Lakshmi Hebalkar hits out at Ramesh Jarkiholi, says that the minister is in a responsible position and should not stoop to such a low level to make comments. Ishwar Khandre rushes to Belagavi to sort out issue between warring factions, meets Lakshmi Hebalkar, will meet Jarkiholi brothers as well. Filing of nominations underway for PLD bank elections in Belagavi. Scrutiny of nominations at 1:20 p.m. Secret ballot scheduled at 2:10 p.m. Results will be declared at 3 p.m. One of the directors of PLD Bank, Bapu Gowda, confident that Lakshmi Hebalkar's camp will win the poll, says that out of 14 directors, 9 are in support of Hebalkar. Deputy Chief Minister holds a breakfast meeting with several ministers at the BDA quarters in Sadashiv Nagar. Deputy Chief Minister reportedly trying to win confidence of ministers close to Siddaramaiah. Hello and welcome. You're watching NEWS9 with me, Vijay. And first up is some big news. The PLD bank polls definitely the Sinosha Lakshmi Hebalkar is reportedly demanding a minister's post to withdraw her candidates from the PLD bank polls. Hebalkar reportedly made a demand during a meeting with Ishwar Khandre. This is the big news which is just coming in. It is said that Lakshmi Hebalkar is reportedly demanding minister's post to withdraw her candidates from the PLD bank polls. Hebalkar reportedly made a demand during a meeting with Ishwar Khandre. Remember, Ishwar Khandre had rushed to Belagavi to try and sort out the differences between Lakshmi Hebalkar and the Jarkiholi brothers. Now, the Jarkiholi brothers, remember, had given an ultimatum to the Congress saying that their decision, if their candidate loses the polls, will be a very stringent one. It will be a very harsh one. So Congress is now left with uncertainty following that statement. How will Jarkiholi brothers, what will be their decision and what will Lakshmi Hebalkar do? That's a big thing. But right now, it looks like the ultimatum by the Jarkiholi brothers is staring the Congress in the face, simply because it is said that Lakshmi Hebalkar has the edge in this PLD bank polls. Remember, it is a crucial polls. It may be a crucial polls for Belagavi, but the repercussions of the PLD bank elections will be felt across the Congress. That is what is being said now, simply because Jarkiholi brothers have given an ultimatum. Now, if you recall, Satish Jarkiholi has not got a post. He was not given a cabinet berth. He was not given a portfolio. That is what irked him. And now it is said that Satish Jarkiholi is not too happy with the post that has been given to him. So the Jarkiholi brothers versus Lakshmi Hebalkar in the PLD bank polls. Just before the bank polls started, about a week back, there was this whole tussle between Lakshmi Hebalkar and the Jarkiholi brothers. It is speculated that it is over a loan issue, but both of them not saying too much on the issue. Of course, yesterday, Satish Jarkiholi had said that he had never taken any loan from Lakshmi Hebalkar. In fact, he was a person who had offered her a loan. And right now, the question is, is Lakshmi Hebalkar arm twisting? Is she resorting to arm twisting at the moment? Because it is said that she had demanded a minister's berth if her candidate has to withdraw from the PLD bank elections. That's a big news which is coming in. Ishwar Khandre, remember, is already in Belagavi. He's doing the brokering of peace between the two warring factions.
ಪಕ್ಷದ ವರಿಷ್ಠರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಹಳ ಚಿಕ್ಕವಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಒಳ್ಳೆದಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಮುಂದೆ ತಾವು ಸಚಿವ ಆಗುವಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆಗಳು ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಂಬೋದಾ?
ಆ ರೀತಿ ಯಾವ ಮಾತುಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಆ ರೀತಿ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇಡುವಂತವಳಲ್ಲ.
ಅಧಿಕಾರ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪಾಲಿಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಒಳ್ಳೆದಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
Well, Lakshmi Hebalkar is saying there was no such discussion, and she's not the person who would give who would lay down such conditions. But there is, our sources are saying that she has said that she wanted a minister's berth if her candidates have to withdraw from the primary land development bank polls. And remember, the polls are for the post of chairman and vice chairman of the Primary Land Development Bank. And Lakshmi Hebalkar and Jarkioli brothers are going at it at the moment. It is said that the Lakshmi Hebalkar camp has the edge. We have some more big news just coming in. Ishwar Khandre holds a meeting with Satish Jarkioli at the Circuit House in Belagavi. And Khandre is trying to broker peace between Hebalkar and the Jarkioli brothers. Ishwar Khandre holds a meeting with Satish Jarkioli at Circuit House in Belagavi. Khandre is trying to broker peace between Hebalkar and the Jarkioli brothers. This is the big news which is just coming in. Ishwar Khandre has already met Lakshmi Hebalkar, and it is said that Lakshmi Hebalkar has laid down conditions. That's what our sources are saying. She wants a minister's berth if her candidate has to withdraw from the polls. And now Jarkioli, Satish Jarkioli has also Khandre has met the Jarkioli brothers as well, but news still emerging as to what exactly went on. We're still trying to find out about the discussion that went on between the brothers and Khandre, but definitely the stage is being set. It has been set for the battle which will follow at 2:10 p.m. That's a secret ballot. That is when the directors will vote. Out of the 14 directors of the Primary Land Development Bank, it is said that 9 directors are in favor of Lakshmi Hebalkar. Lakshmi Hebalkar, just a moment earlier, we heard her saying in her reaction that I'm just a junior person. There are people who are much more senior than me, and whatever will happen for good. Now, we don't know whether she was referring to the bank poll. She was referring to what will be the outcome of the fight between these two, between the face-off, between the brothers as well as Lakshmi Hebalkar. What exactly is she referring to? But most certainly, the PLD bank polls, the Primary Land Development Bank polls are the cynosure at the moment, mostly because the Congress has been left in a very uncertain decision, has been left with a lot of uncertainty. Now, a lot of developments. Some more big news just coming in. Mahadev Patil elected as chairman of PLD Bank unopposed. This is the big news which is just coming in. MHT Mahadev Patil is Lakshmi Hebalkar's close aide. Now, we don't know whether the Jarkioli brothers have withdrawn. 9 directors, including Mahadev Patil, were in Lakshmi Hebalkar's camp. This is the big news which is just coming in. Mahadev Patil has been elected as chairman of the bank. Remember, the elections were for the chairman and deputy chairman of the bank. Mahadev Patil is Lakshmi Hebalkar's close aide. 9 directors, including Mahadev Patil, were in Lakshmi Hebalkar's camp. Mahadev Patil has been elected as chairman of the PLD Bank unopposed. So the chairperson has been decided. This is the big news which is just coming in. He has been elected unopposed. Remember, there are 14 directors. The nominations were filed. They were being scrutinized at the moment. Nominations were filed at about 10 a.m. They were being scrutinized, and even as they were being scrutinized, Mahadev Patil has been elected unopposed as the chairman of the PLD Bank. This is the big news which is just coming in. So, how will the Jarkioli brothers camp take this, or has there been some sort of deal which has been struck, some sort of understanding has been struck? Now, big developments. We saw a breakfast meeting in Bengaluru. We saw Ishwar Khandre being rushed to Belagavi, trying to sort out the issue. And well, Dinesh Kundu Rao's comments now, if you look at it, after the breakfast meeting, the KPCC president said there's nothing to be worried about. There will be no shake-up. But this is the chairperson who is now the chairperson, Mahadev Patil, who's in the center of his screen. He's been elected as the chairperson of the PLD Bank. On the left-hand side is Lakshmi Hebalkar, and the right-hand side is Satish Jarkioli. These are the two warring factions. But it is said that Mahadev Patil is part of Lakshmi Hebalkar's camp. He has been elected unopposed. Now that is, well, we are joined in by Shripad Renu, the Congress spokesperson on the phone line. Well, Mahadev Patil being elected as the chairperson of the PLD Bank unopposed. Shripad Renu, your comments on that. First comments.
To start with, this is not a Congress party matter. It is a PLD bank matter, cooperative bank matter.
Yeah.
What happens in a bank, I don't think the party takes any stand on any bank. They may be from the party, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, this is nothing to do with the Congress party, and the Congress party is in no way involved in this. Basically, it is a bank election, And in a bank election, obviously, there will be people who want to, warring factions, who want to get elected. And that is part of the democratic process.
Yeah.
So, as a party, we have nothing to comment about it.
Right, but the Jarkioli brothers' statement that very strong, saying that very strong action will be taken if our candidate loses the elections, won't that have an impact on the Congress party? That's what he had said.
See, people are going to make a lot of statements when they get emotional. Okay, the party is larger than any individual.
Right.
So therefore, I would not like to comment about his viewpoints about a bank election.
Yeah.
He's not talking about the Congress party. He's not discussing about the party matters in public.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing as far as we are concerned. The
Yeah,
party
but
does
Ishwar
not
can't.
involve
Yeah.
in this.
Yeah. Please continue. Yes.
The party is not involved in all this. So this debate has been going on for the last 2 days. I understand that. Yes, it is newsworthy from the point of view because some eminent people are contesting in this bank.
Yeah.
But it becomes a personal matter between them outside the purview of the party. And that is the clear stand of the party.
Yes, but the point is that Ishwar Khandre being rushed to Belagavi to sort out the issue, it looks like the Congress party is affected because they're rushing somebody to sort out the issue so that it doesn't have
what
repercussions.
happens is they're all part of the party setup. Sometimes, the personal relationships also do matter in this.
Yeah.
So he has not gone there as a working president in his capacity as a working president. He has gone there in his capacity as a person who knows both sides and probably wants to mediate the whole thing. So there is no harm in that. Absolutely no harm in that.
But we have learned that Lakshmi Hebalkar has laid down a condition that if she is not given a minister's berth, she would continue with the fight. If she's given a minister's berth, she will remove her candidates from the PLD elections and allow the Jarkioli brothers camp to emerge victorious.
See, as far as getting a cabinet berth or a ministerial berth, that is left purely to the High Command. And it's also to the coordination committee, which is called the Congress party has a coordination committee. These two committees will decide along with the AICC General Secretary. Now, there are lots of aspirants. There are plenty of them. The real debate that is going on in the party circles is, do we give people with experience or do we give new faces? That is the basic, ideas. Two ideas are there. And both are meritorious ideas. No doubt about that. People with experience, yes, there will be continuity in programs. But there is no harm also in giving new faces. This is also another part of the story. So therefore, this argument needs to be settled. And the High Command will take a decision on that very shortly.
Right. Thank you so much, Sripad. Right. Thank you so much, Sripad, for joining us and sharing your views. That was Sripad Renu, the Congress spokesperson, speaking to us about saying that it's purely a personal matter. PLD bank polls, purely PLD bank polls. It does not have any repercussions on the party. But the developments around this PLD bank polls is raising questions as to whether the Congress will be affected. Right now, we have news that Madhav Patil has been elected as a chairman, unopposed in the PLD bank polls. And we've also got news that a condition was laid down by Lakshmi Hebalkar saying that only if she gets a minister's berth would she withdraw her candidates from the polls. But now it looks like the Jarkioli brothers have in fact withdrawn candidates. What exactly does it indicate? Because remember, there were comments. We have to dig this before we continue. Bapu Sahib Jamdar elected as deputy chairman of the PLD bank unopposed. Bapu Sahib Jamdar belongs to Lakshmi Hebalkar's camp. Now, both the candidates belong to Lakshmi Hebalkar's camp and they have been elected unopposed. Bapu Sahib Jamdar and Mahadev Patil, the chairman and deputy chairman, respectively. Both belong to Lakshmi Hebalkar's camp. Bapu Sahib Jamdar, it is said, has been elected as deputy chairman, and Mahadev Patil has now been elected as the chairman. Unopposed, both belong to Lakshmi Hebalkar's camp. A total, an anticlimax, so to speak, here, because the Jarkioli brothers were seen threatening drastic action. Now, has there been some sort of understanding which has been come to? Can we expect a portfolio for Satish Jarkioli, or can we expect a change in the portfolio for Ramesh Jarkioli? These are the questions which are being asked. What exactly transpired? A lot of build-up to this particular election where the Jarkiholi brothers and Lakshmi Hebalkar were facing off. And they were facing off, and right now, it looks like there has been a total change in fortune. There's been a total change in the script. Lakshmi Hebalkar's candidates have won hands down and unopposed. Now, this was in total contrast to the scenario being built up over the past few days, in total contrast to what was happening surrounding the PLD Bank election over the last few days. What has happened was the Jarkiholi brothers and Lakshmi Hebalkar faced off. There was criticism about loans, and then it prompted a statement from the Jarkiholi brothers, from Ramesh Jarkiholi, saying that the party will have to be worried if our candidate loses the election. What exactly that comment meant was not known, but it was presumed that the Jarkiholi brothers would walk away with the posts of chairman and deputy chairman. Their candidates would win. But what has transpired today is a total anticlimax. Even before the first ballot has been cast, it was expected to be cast at 2:10 p.m. And even before the scrutiny of nominations took place, which was about 1:20 p.m., the results have come out. It looks like there was a no contest. Well, Satish Jarkiholi is talking to NEWS9. Let's just listen into what he has to say.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವತಃ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಹೋದರ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಒಂದೊಮ್ಮೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಬಗೆಹರಿಸದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನಾವ್ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಿದ್ರು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ತಗೋತೀವಿ ಅಂತ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆ ವಿಷಯ ಬೇರೆ. ಅದು ಇದು PLD ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಿತವಾಗಿರುವಂತ ವಿಚಾರ. ಇದನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಪಕ್ಷದ ಹಿತದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ರಮೇಶ್ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅವರು ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಶ್ವರ್ ಖಂಡ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಸಂಧಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಯಾಕೆ ಈ ತಾರಕಕ್ಕೆ ಇರೋದು, ಫೈಟ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ.
ಖಂಡಿತ ಇದು ರಮೇಶ್ ಅವರು, ನಾವು ಹೆಬ್ಬಾಳ್ಕರ್ ಅವರು, ಈಶ್ವರ್ ಖಂಡ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ದಿನೇಶ್ ಗುಂಡೂರಾವ್ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತುಕತೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು 9 ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಒಟ್ಟಾರೆಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಗೆಹರಿಸುವಂತ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತ ಗೊಂದಲ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಬ್ರು ಒಮ್ಮತದ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಇದು.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಒಮ್ಮತ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಹೆಬ್ಬಾಳ್ಕರ್ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸಂಧಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಲೆಕ್ಕ.
ಟೋಟಲ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷದಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ನೀನಾ ಅಂತ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ರಮೇಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಅವರು ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಹೇಳಿಕೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ, ಇಬ್ರು ಒಂದೇ ವೇದಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಕಾರ್ಯಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರ ಹಿಂಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ.
ಹೌದು, ಖಂಡಿತ ಪಕ್ಷದ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
ಪಕ್ಷದ ಹಿತದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಕೈಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಸತೀಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಅವರೇ. ಸದ್ಯ
ಶಾಸಕರಾದಂತಹ ಸಹೋದರಿ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಹೆಬ್ಬಾಳ್ಕರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರುಗಳಾದಂತಹ ಶ್ರೀ ವಿನಯ್ ಅವರೇ, ಶ್ರೀ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಣರಾವ್ ಅವರೇ, ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಹಿರಿಯ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನ ಮುಖಂಡರು ಆತ್ಮೀಯರಾದಂತಹ ವೀರಣ್ಣ ಮತ್ತಿಕಟ್ಟಿ ಅವರೇ, ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತರಿರುವಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿರಿಯ ಮುಖಂಡರುಗಳೇ, ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದ ಮಿತ್ರರೇ, ಇಂದು ನಾನು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಿಂದ ಬೆಳಗಾವಿಗೆ 8:30 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ PLD ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿನ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಮತ್ತು ಉಪಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಭೇದದಿಂದ, ಸಂವಹನದ ಕೊರತೆಯಿಂದ ಮುಂದೂಡಲಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಇವತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನ ಹಿರಿಯ ಮುಖಂಡರುಗಳು, ಮಾನ್ಯ ಉಸ್ತುವಾರಿ ಸಚಿವರಾದಂಥ ರಮೇಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಅವರು, ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸತೀಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಅವರು, ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಹೋದರಿ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಹೆಬ್ಬಾಳ್ಕರ್ ಅವರು, ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರುಗಳು, ಎಲ್ಲರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸೌಹಾರ್ದಯುತದಿಂದ ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಬಗೆಹರಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಿರೋಧವಾಗಿ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮಹಾದೇವ್ ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ರವರು ನಾಮಾಂಕನ ಪತ್ರವನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಉಪಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾಗಿ ಬಾಪು ಸಾಹೇಬ್ ಜಮಾದರ್ ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ವಿರೋಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೂ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿ ಇಲ್ಲದ ಕಾರಣ ಇವರಿಬ್ಬರು ಅವಿರೋಧವಾಗಿ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರ ಆಯ್ಕೆಗೆ ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸಮಿತಿಯ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿರಿಯ ಮುಖಂಡಗಳ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹಮತ ಇದೆ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ವರಿಷ್ಠರ ಒಂದು ಸೂಚನೆಯಂತೆ ಇದು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಬಗೆಹರಿದಿದೆ. ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಭಿನ್ನಮತವಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಭಿನ್ನಾಭಿಪ್ರಾಯನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ವಿಷಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಪಾಯನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. PLD ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಚುನಾವಣೆ, ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಬಹಳ ಸೌಹಾರ್ದಯುತವಾಗಿ ಬಗೆಹರಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲರಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ನಂಬಿಕೆಯೂ ಪರಸ್ಪರ ಇದೆ. ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಉಪಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರದೇಶ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ನನ್ನ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಹಾರ್ದಿಕ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ವಿಷಯ ಸುಖಾಂತ್ಯ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಹಿರಿಯ ಮುಖಂಡರುಗಳಿಗೂ ಅಭಿನಂದಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಸಚಿವರು ನನಗೆ ದೂರವಾಣಿ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಿನ್ನೆ ನನ್ನ ಸಂಪರ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕೊಲ್ಹಾಪುರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಪೂಜೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಸುಮಾರು ಸಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ ದೂರವಾಣಿ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅವರು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಸಹಮತವನ್ನು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಈ ಒಂದು ತೀರ್ಮಾನದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಭಿನ್ನಾಭಿಪ್ರಾಯವಿಲ್ಲ. Yes, there are no differences at all. There was a communication gap between both the leaders, both the groups. So that has been resolved now. There is no issue at all in Belgaum Congress. All are together, all will be together. All the leaders will work for the Congress.
Yesterday, Mr. Ramesh Jarkowski has stated that they will take a bold decision if Satish is hurt. What is the outcome of
No.
Satish
You
is hurt?
try to understand. Now, when everything is resolved, why are you going to take up all those issues?
Which group has taken
There is no group at all. This is a Congress group. There is no question of this group, that group, and all other group. There is only one group, that is Congress group.
ಸರ್, ನೀವು ಬೀದರ್ದಿಂದ ಬಂದು ಒಂದೇ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಒಂದೇ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇಬ್ರು ಬಾಜು ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ನೋಡಿ, ಪಕ್ಷ ಇದೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಒಂದು ಛತ್ರಛಾಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಪಕ್ಷದ ಅಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇವತ್ತು ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಪಕ್ಷದ ವರಿಷ್ಠರ ತೀರ್ಮಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಬದ್ಧರಾಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬೀದರ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಅರೈಸ್. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕಮ್ ಎಸ್ ಎ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್. I have come from Bangalore. I am not confined to Bidar.
for this issue.
No, thinking is tomorrow I have got one program in Hubballi also. Meanwhile, when there is some issue, a small issue in Belgaum, so I came and I had a discussion. With all the leaders, and that has been totally resolved.
No, if it was a local issue, was there a need for the KPCC working president to intervene in this?
No, in each and every party, small issues will be there. There is no need to. In fact, make it out of proportion or something like that.
ಸರ್, ಈಗ ನೀವು ಬಂದು ಈ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಬಗೆಹರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ನಾಳೆ ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಅಂತ ಬೇರೆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆಗೋದು. ಇದು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ
ನೋಡಿ, ಯಾವ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದೂ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ ಇದೊಂದು ಸಮುದ್ರ ತರ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪಕ್ಷ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಪರಿವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಣ್ಣ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಭೇದ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಇದು ಭಿನ್ನಾಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಅಲ್ಲ, ವಿಚಾರಗಳಿರ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವ ಸುನಾಮಿನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಸರ್, ಮಾತಾಡಕೊಡಿ ಸರ್ಗೆ. ಸತೀಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಯಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಈ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯ ನೇತೃತ್ವ ವಹಿಸಿ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಯಶಸ್ವಿ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಾವು ಕಳೆದ ಒಂದು ವಾರದಿಂದ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಪದೇ ಇದು ಸ್ಥಳೀಯ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆವಾಗಿದೆ, ಸ್ಥಳೀಯ ಮುಖಂಡರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬಗೆಹರಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಪದೇ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದರಲ್ಲೇನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಭಿನ್ನಾಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಸ್ಥಳೀಯ ಮುಖಂಡರು ಕೂತಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಹಿತದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ಪರಿಹಾರ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಯಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ನಿಂದ ಇಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅವರು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ದಿನೇಶ್ ಗುಂಡ್ರಾವ್ ಅವರು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ರಮೇಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಜೊತೆ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಕಂಡುಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅವರ ಸೂಚನೆ ಮೇರೆಗೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಪರಿಹಾರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಇದನ್ನು PLD ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಈಗ ಅವಿರೋಧ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇಬ್ಬರು ಅವಿರೋಧ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪಕ್ಷದ ಹಿತದೃಷ್ಟಿ ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಬಗೆಹರಿಸಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ಆಗಿದೆ?
ಬೋತ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಖಂಡಿತ ಖಂಡಿತ ಆಗಿದೆ. ರಮೇಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಅವರ ಸಲಹೆಗಳನ್ನು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದರೆ, ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಅವ್ರ ಸೂಚನೆ ಮೇರೆಗೆ ಸ್ಥಳೀಯ ಮುಖಂಡರು, ಶಾಸಕರು, ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಶಾಸಕರ ಒಮ್ಮತದಿಂದ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರಾಗ ರಿಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಅಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಪದೇ ಪದೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಇದ್ದೆ, ನಾವು ಸ್ಥಳೀಯವಾಗಿ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಇದೆ, ಸ್ಥಳೀಯವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಪರಿಹಾರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದು ಸ್ಥಳೀಯವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಪರಿಹಾರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಬೇರೆ, ಅದು ಅದಕ್ಕೂ PID ಬೇಕು ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಾರ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಉಗ್ರ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದೇನಾರ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆದ್ರೆ ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಒಮ್ಮತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುವಂತ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅಂತ ಮುಂದಿನ ಯಾವುದೇ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಇರ್ತೀರಿ, ನಾವು ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಈಗ PID ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿದೆ, PID ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಸೌಹಾರ್ದದಿಂದ ಬಗೆಹರಿದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಮುಖಂಡರು ಕೂಡ ನಮಗೆ ಸೂಚನೆ ನೀಡಿದರು, ಮುಖಂಡರು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ. ಸೊ ಆ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಬಗೆಹರಿಸಿದ್ವಿ. ಖಂಡಿತ ಲೋಕಸಭೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಂಥ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಮುಂಚೆನೂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಕಡೆ ನಾವು ದೂರ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಕೂಡ MLA MP ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟಿದೆ. ಮುಂದೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಪಕ್ಷದ ಚಿಹ್ನೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಕ್ಕಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
ಚುನಾವಣೆಗಿಂತ ಈ ಒಮ್ಮತದ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಅದು ಯಾಕೆ ಸರ್?
ಯಾವ್ದು
ಅನ್ಅಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಾ? ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ವಿರೋಧ ಆಯ್ಕೆಗೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ?
ಯಾವ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವ್ದು?
ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಗೋಕಾಕ್ ನಗರಸಭೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಥರ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಸುಮಾರು ಕಡೆ.
ಹೌದು, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತಪ್ಪೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈಗ 2 ಗುಂಪು ನಮ್ದಿದೆ.
ಅವಾಗ ಪಕ್ಷ ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅವಾಗ ಪಕ್ಷ ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾಯಕರಷ್ಟೇ ಬೆಳಿತಾರೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ನೀವು ಗೋಕಾಕ್ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಕಳೆದ 20 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಕ್ಷೇತರ. ಇವತ್ತೇನು ಹೊಸದಲ್ಲ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 20 years ಇಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೊಸದಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತು ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಇದು ಪಕ್ಷದ ಮೇಲೇನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಕ್ಷ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಒಮ್ಮತ ಅವಿರೋಧ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ತಪ್ಪೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಪರಂಪರೆ.
ನೋಡಿ, ಅವ್ರದವ್ರದ್ದು ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾದಂತ ಪೂಜೆ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೌದು,
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ನಾವು ಫೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅವರು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅವರ ಸಲಹೆ
ರಮೇಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಅವರು ತೀರಾ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ವಿಷಯನೇ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಇನ್ನು ಅವ್ರು ಬರ್ತಾರ, ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಲ್ಲ.
ನಮ್ಮದೆಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರದೆಲ್ಲ ಒಮ್ಮತದ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಂತೋಷ, ಸುಖಾಂತ್ಯ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳಿ ಬಯಸ್ತೀನಿ, ತೀರಾ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಟೀಕೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಉತ್ತರ ನಾನು ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಭಗವಂತ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
Well, that was what, all's well that ends well. That's what Ishwar Khandre and Satish Jarkieholi made it look like. Lakshmi Hebalkar, of course, very few words there, saying that I would leave it to God, and I won't pass such comments here. And this is what is the outcome of the polls. Lakshmi Hebalkar's, both her supporters, the chairman and the deputy chairperson, both of them being elected unopposed. This election was scheduled for 2:10. The secret ballot was to be cast by the directors at 2:10, and the results were supposed to be out by 3 p.m. But at about 11:15, the results were declared, as there seems to be Ishwar Khandre's intervention seemed to have worked in Belagavi, and he said the Congress is united. There is no differences between the parties, between both people in Belagavi, between the leaders in Belagavi. Well, I'm joined in by my colleague Arun Sundaram on the phone line. Well, Arun, good morning to you, and a very happy result for the Congress at the moment. There seems to be, although there were a lot of indications of some sort of a battle, a fierce battle, all's well that ends well. Even before the secret ballot could be conducted at 2:10 p.m., the results are out probably 2 hours in advance. The Lakshmi Hebalkar camp winning unopposed. Arun, your comments on this result?
Well, Vijay, good morning. But it may seem that they are all smiles before the cameras, but is there really a situation where a truce has been agreed upon and a gentleman's agreement has been drawn? That is something only time will have clues to or answer, because clearly the issue is much more than simply relating to the PLD elections. It is much more, it runs perhaps much more deeper, and that has a significant amount of impact on how the grand old party of the Congress will fare, not just in the ensuing Lok Sabha polls, but also in the event that there were to be a snap poll. How will the Congress fare in the border district of Belagavi? Because this is more, it appears to be a case of ego tussle rather than anything relating to leadership, Vijay. It is clearly a case where one leader is pitted against two other leaders, and it is the fight for supremacy or fight for the top. The talk that other leaders are involved or meddling with the affairs of Belagavi, etc., set that aside. But it really is the tussle for the top. And it seems to be gripping everyone by surprise. The intensity, you may call it a case of low ammunition warfare, but it is very clear. The Congress is perhaps rattled. The very fact that these people could not put up with gentlemanly behavior in front of the Congress state in charge, and a war of words erupted. Clear indication that all is not well. And this commentary is a little bit of a tragic commentary, to say the least, particularly given the fact that this is a very important event just round the corner, and that happens to be the Lok Sabha polls. You need to ensure that the rank and file of the party is united. But then it appears to be much more than that at this point of time, Vijay.
Right, Arun, thank you so much for joining us with those details. So the big Belagavi fight almost ends. It has ended in an anticlimax. Lakshmi Hebalkar's camp emerging victorious, and like Arun was saying, the Congress was really rattled for a bit, but now Ishwar Khandre's intervention seems to have sorted out the issues.
ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಹೋದರಿ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಹೆಬ್ಬಾಳ್ಕರ್ ಅವರು ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರುಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ
That's a wrap on this edition of the Bulletin. But on the other side, we bring you a News9 special which has some very ominous predictions for the planet. How long can the planet survive? How long will the people on this earth be allowed to survive if we don't take care of climate change? Stay tuned.